Hi guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So today we're going to be learning how to build a Unireme, which of course was used by the Greeks, the Romans, the Egyptians, the Phoenicians, basically a load of people in the Mediterranean around that time, like kind of ancient times. So this is actually a warship, or mainly used as a warship I guess, but this is a Unireme. That means it's got a single bank of ores. Because of the way that Minecraft works, to actually get ores in, this could actually have been a bireme, but just size-wise I've gone for just a single set of ores using slabs, having some of them in water to show that it's been pushed down or pushed forwards. But of course they have the main weapon at the front, which is the ram. So I've actually got a ram at the front. They actually kind of speed ahead, and you can see they've got a sail as well. They've got a couple of those little sails, and then ram into them. I've also got like other ones coming on. There's a bireme over there, and there's a trireme there, and you can see the size difference that it gets quite bigger, quite a bit, quite quickly. I'll just give you a quick tour of the kind of what I've actually done on decks. Of course, I'm using the Conquest texture pack, and that has a load of extra little bits. But I've got like stuff like fish on here, just a couple of supplies, little crates using the rail that's in beach biome for the actual rope. A couple of little weapons on deck, just around a couple of chests and things. And if we actually go inside the ship, here we go. You can actually see the inside, which has just got lots of these. And people have been punching out those because that's what they do on the server. But you got like nets and just general junk on the actual deck, as well as some food supplies. So very, very simple. Not really too much to it, but in total it is 43 blocks long. So that's all the way. That's counting even the sails as well. So I've actually counted those in just 'cause it's a lot easier in MC Edit. It's 15 blocks wide. So that's 15 blocks with the actual oars. Oh god. Yeah. It's 15 blocks with the oars, and it's also 21 blocks high from the bottom all the way to the top, and you can see it kind of is very, very low in the water, so we've only got like 2 blocks underneath the water. But anyway, let's get started on the tutorial. Okay, so just before we begin, how many blocks are going to need to be underneath the water? Well, it's right up to this line, really, really close, right next to it. So you actually get to see this part, so you're only going to be 2 blocks under. So to explain exactly what I mean by this, I'm just going to grab like blue wool. This is where your water would be, so you're just going to go place a block right next to that water, and it's just going to be down by 1, so you just get 2 blocks basically under, or next to it, or however you want, but yeah, the water would be, or water line is here, so just got 1, 2. So pretty simple. The next thing I'm going to just do is I'm going to just show you guys it in default, so yeah, let's just switch over to that. Okay, so here it is in the default texture pack. Still looks completely fine, still works really fine to be honest. Of course, I've used some of the cobblestone walls here, which there's wooden variants in Conquest, but yeah, it's completely fine. I'll go through the actual switch outs if you wanted to use fence here instead. Yeah, it also works. So let's just switch over back to the normal texture pack and we'll get started. Okay, so just to explain the quick way of doing these tutorials, so I'll actually tell you guys like to do like 2 or 3 there, and then 2, 1, 1, 1. And then you guys will actually stop the video and you'll do it on the other side. There's not really much point in me showing you guys it on both sides, even though this is a small one, but you'll kind of get the hang of it. You'll understand what I mean. So anyway, layer number 1, what I'm going to do is going to have 5 blocks. It's just going to be with your oak wood planks or any type of planks. I've just used oak wood here, but you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should have been 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So you've got 5 blocks there. We're then going to have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then we're going to have 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you guys will be doing the same on the other side, but quickly I'm just going to do this with you because it's the first layer. So then if you just fill in this bottom as well, like that, that's going to give you the first layer. Okay, and now for layer number 2, what we're actually going to do, and this is going to be a little bit more complicated because it goes forwards a lot. Like this ram is a bit above. But we're actually going to go off this front block, we're going to go 9 forwards. We're just going to do it with wood for the time being, we'll then switch it out. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually went over by 1 because I've got a glitchy mouse at the minute. So we just count this, so we go 9. So we've got those 9 there, I'm just going to deselect that. So I'm using World Edit to show you guys that number-wise, so you can always use this to actually see. But then what you're going to do is you're going to grab whatever you want for the front bit. I'm going to use iron on this one. You can use gold as well. It's whatever you want as that kind of tip. It was actually bronze. So yeah, you can use whatever you want. But there's going to just be 3 of those. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you're just going to switch those out, basically. Next we're going to have a sort of colour. Any sort of colour you want. You can have red, blue, purple, yellow. Every type of wool that you've got, choose one of those. So whatever you want. If you want a pink one, you can have a pink one. Who cares? Then you're just going to have one of these here. Then what we're going to do is going to have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, so that's on the outside. So start to move out a little bit. Then we're going to move in, and we're just going to have 1, like that. And we can actually switch these blocks out here, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, and you can see it's quite a bit wider here, and then it goes back in again into the normal ship, because it's kind of attached to it, the RAM. But right here, on this side of the block, what we're going to do is, we're going to have, we're actually going to have 9 like wood from here. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's counting that one there. So you can see it's right on the side of that wooden block. And we've gone back to wood now. So there we go. And then we're going to move outwards. And we're going to have 9. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to move inwards. We're going to have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you're going to move in and have 1. And then here we're just going to fill up that one. What you guys will be doing is just do the same on the other side. So you'll pause the video, and then you'll just have a look at what you've got over here, and then you'll do this. And you pull these ones, and these ones. So this one's quite an easy one because it's so small, but if you've done my tutorials before, you understand. But after you've done that, then we'll get on to the next bit. And just for this layer, we need to put a couple of slabs on, because that's where it actually sits on this. So just on this front part here, we've got the RAM. We're going to go 6 slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to double count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The same on the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then on the back part, we're going to have 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is just to give us enough place for the oars, without making it look too blocky. Otherwise, it would look really blocky if we just had that as solid. Anyway, let's get on to layer number 3. Okay, and now for layer number 3, what we're going to do is we're just going to move back 2 blocks from this front part. We're going to have another 3 blocks of colour. 1, 2, 3. So we're leaving these 2 here. So we've got 3 blocks right there. And actually, I need to deselect that, just realised. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a 2. So we're going to go 1, 2. And then we're going to have a piece of wood joined onto the back here. That'll just be a 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to have 24. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So it's just over by 1. Then we're going to have a 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then a 1 right on the back. And if you grab a oakwood stair, we're just going to put one right there. So the same on the other side, obviously. But you guys can then just do that on the upper side, and we'll get on to the next bit. Okay, now for layer number 4. If you come back by 1 block this time, so we've just got 1 here, you're going to have your colour, then you're going to have white, and then you're going to have your colour. So on this white piece, just put a button, and that could be a stone button or a wooden button. This is where the kind of eye is. They always have this weird, like almost like a face. It's weird. I don't know. It's a style. But you just put that in there, so you got the colour in those parts. Then you're just going to have 3 blocks here. 1, 2, 3, and you'll notice it's in by 1 block. It's kind of rounds off a little bit at the front, and then kind of comes back again. It's quite an interesting shape. But then you're going to have 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and actually this will be all the way on top. But it's going to be over by 1 block, because the last layer was 24 as well, but this has moved in, so it just kind of shuffles back. So you can just do that and have it go over by 1 in total. Right in the back you have 3 blocks, 1, 2, and 3. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then right over here we're actually going to have a stair just coming up this piece. So if we just quickly do this on the other side, I'll show you what to do next. So this is quite a nice easy layer, I think. So there we go. Let's bring this all the way to here, then 1, 2, and 3. Now if you grab your birchwood slabs, and that's what I use for mine, or you can use anything else, just fill this up. This is actually where your deck is, so you get this like little deck here, or your main deck, your top deck, whatever you want to call it, is right here, and that just covers up this bottom piece. So there we go. Oh, there we go. And go across these, and there we go. That gives you the actual deck. You'll notice we haven't put in the actual rudder pieces yet. We're just going to build up the main frame first, and put in the actual, not rudders, oars. We're going to put in the oars, and then we'll get onto like the sails and things. We'll do the sails last, and the little bits of rigging and things. So let's get onto that. Okay, and then if we come to the front, what we're going to do is if you grab your colour again, right on top we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to have 2 right here. Then right on this piece here we're going to have 3 blocks going up, 1, 2, and 3 like this. And then if we grab a stair, we're going to have a stair here, and I'm going to have a look because it's a bit complicated. We're going to have a stair up here, and then an upside down stair on this piece. And right in the front we're going to have an upside down stair and a normal stair there, so it gets this rounded piece. This is probably the nicest out of all of my ones that I've done of these. Like when it gets bigger it gets more complicated. But basically you've got this like frame of 3 blocks here. Stay on that one, that goes to back. This one's got a back one. You just have these two like that kind of mixed in. And if you grab your oak wood block, you can go 1, 2, 3. On the other side as well, 1, 2, 3. And that will actually connect in with your fence when we get around to it. But that actually gives you the front ram, so you can just kind of see this shape on that now. Another thing I actually did on mine, that I didn't do on this one, is I actually used this, made this out of birch. So I'm actually going to do that, because I did that on my other version, I just haven't got it on this schematic that I've got. So let's just do that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, stair this way. We're going to have these, and then flip these around like that. I just think that adds a little bit different colour-wise to it. So you could do that, you could do it in different colours or whatever. If you've got a mod that has the different types of kind of, coloured walls, you could do like metal ones or whatever. It's really up to you, but let's go on to the back piece. Okay, now for the back piece, what we're going to do is right on this one here, we're going to have a stair. We're going to have a block and a block. This block here is going to have a slab on top of it. So we're going to have those. We're just going to have a slab, a stair even, block, and then there's going to be a slab right on top of here. I'm going to do something similar with this different colour, so I'm actually going to switch out this one right here for one of those, and I'll just leave that as that actually. Then we're going to have 2 blocks on top of this. Then we're going to have a stair. Then we're just going to have a block here, which will have a slab on top. And then if we just have another block, we're going to have a stair this way, and a stair that way, a stair this way, and then this is all going to be solid with your birch. There we go. So you get this kind of like solid piece. That will just give you the different type. I think it does look better with different colours, but it is up to you. You can have it solid. Hopefully you guys haven't got stuck on that. So you've got 2 blocks here, which is your starting point. You go for a stair. Got a slab going up to here, and you've got a stair this way, stair this way, stair this way, and the rest is just kind of filled in solid. And we might as well put in this piece. I need to actually figure out where it is. Where is it? 1, 2. Put in those. Okay, that's fine. So we've got, leave 2 of these blocks, put in just a normal block here, and then just fence this up. So we're going to just bring this fence all the way across, like this, and then this will just mix into here. So if we just bring this across as well, there we go. That'll give us that. Now these ones are actually steered by 2 kind of basically rear oars that are just on the side, so you can actually then push into it and it would steer it as well as the people that are actually rowing. But that gives us the basic framework. Let's get on to the actual oars. Okay, now for the actual oar section itself. Really nice and easy. What we're going to do is right at the back, where we've got this first fence, we're actually going to cut out here, and we're going to put in, well, we're going to put in an actual, basically a cobblestone wall, but in Conquest, if you've got the metadatas, there is a wooden, kind of oak wood log one. I've just used that. If not, you can use normal fence. Then you're just going to go 1, and then we're going to miss block, go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 in total. And these ones are just going to cut out like this. So we cut out all of those. We got these like holes. Then this top one, we're actually going to switch out for a slab. This just opens it up a little bit more. And that's why we went for slabs on this top part there. That'll give you these kind of like open bays. So we'll do the same on the other side because people might get stuck. But there you go. You got your first fence. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then put in these cobblestone wall or fence. It's completely up to you. And we're just going to cut out the rest of them. Like that. And I always have this one on the side. We won't cut out this one because that just opens it up completely. So that gives you these really open places. And then we're just going to put in these, which gives us these like arches. Really nice, simple little arches, which you can probably use in normal builds as well. There you go. So you get this kind of like very open thing. And now it looks a little bit more detailed. So if you grab your spruce wood slabs, and that's what I use for my oars. Now we're just going to go from here, 1, 2, so we've got the upper part. Then we're going to go under. I'm going to go 1, 2, then under, then 1, 2. And then the next one I did, starting on the lower part of the slab. So it's just alternating, really, to here. So 1, 2. This bit, and there. You just basically alternate between these two, and it makes it look like there's a little bit of motion. So there we go. Yep, those there. 1, 2, underneath there, 1, 2, underneath there. And I'll only do it on one side. There we go. Right, oh, once you get there. And you'll eventually get to the end. After a while, it does take a lot longer on the bigger ships for these. So be warned when I get around to doing tutorials on those as well. There we go. So that should end on the upper one if you've got that there. That will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sets of ores, which is pretty good. If I just jump on the inside, I'll see what materials I actually use for the inside. So I used, yeah, those two. So I just used jungle slabs. So if we just go on the inside, doesn't matter where, we're actually going to put it in the mast in a second. Here we go. So down here, all I did is I just put down, I think I put them down here, didn't I? Actually, it depends. No, I put them down behind. So wherever you've got one of these posts, just put down a jungle slab. You can't really do it on these upper ones, so don't worry about them. But just in there. And then on these, I actually just punch them out this way, and you'll have to move those up. So these are just fence gates I'm using. And you will have to move some of them up. And the reason that we've done it this way, usually with the ores, I've actually been doing this. Not that, but this. But because we get the mass going through, it makes it really cramped and then you can't walk, whereas these are open, you can actually walk through them, whereas this one you get stuck. So that's why I've done that, just for people that are wondering. But we'll just put these in. So we've got these in here. I'm just going to punch them all. Or punch them all through, so there we go. Punch those through. Obviously you do run out of a bit of space, but then you'll obviously do it on the other side as well. I'm going to be leaving mine because it's the second time I built one of these, or this exact one. But anyway, that gives us the basic ship with the oars. So now let's put on these nice sails. Okay, before we do the sails, we need to put in the back oars. Completely forgot about these. So if you just come to this back section, I'm going to move in. We're going to have one here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we've got 3 on that level. See it's kind of moving backwards. Then we're going to move, still going down and diagonal, but we're going to move down this one here. It's going to move to the kind of side bit. I'm going to go 4 this time. 1, 2, and then 3. Oh, I can't actually do that, can we? 3, and then 4. So you have that on the side. It's going to be the same on the other side as well. So we'll just go here. Then 1, 2, 2, 3. Then down to this bit. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, like that. Just in between, just join them with this bit. This kind of gives you this tiny area where it wouldn't rain. Well, it would rain, but you know what I mean. But, that gives us that. Okay, and now we're going to do the actual sails. So if you find the middle of these oars, and that's quite easy, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's the 5th. It'll be the 5th on all of them. What we're going to actually do is just cut out this one, and if you grab some oak wood, like the actual logs, we're just going to bring that up. Down here as well, we can actually put a ladder down, so that's what I always do. Also with ladder, make sure you only put it on this bottom piece, so that when you try to walk past, you don't get stuck on it. If you put it down here, you probably get stuck on it. And in survival, you can actually just jump and you get up the ladder, so yeah, why not? This actual bottom piece, I've actually used the Conquest rope log. You can use that if you want to. If you don't have that, use something like spruce wood. You know, if you can use oak, use spruce wood. That'll make it look fine. It just gives it a little bit of a different stripe to it. Makes it look like it's actually connected in. So that works really nicely. Same with all of these ones. So we're then going to have 10 pieces of normal wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we're going to have another one of these kind of like rope logs or dark logs, whatever you want to go for, really. It's just that there's the rope log, so I use it. Then we're going to have just 1 on top of this. And we're going to have 2 of the cobblestone wall if you've got the wooden ones. If not, just use fence if you want to. And then you're just going to have 2 pieces of fence on top of that. Like so. That will just give you this really nice little simple thing. Now, colour-wise, I've actually just gone with kind of like stripy thing here. So we're just going to have 1 block here. And, well, actually, it depends on the wind direction. Now, this one, I've got the wind direction flowing this way. So you can see that the sails are actually being pushed. So if we do the same here, we're going to have 1. And then we're going to go here, we're going to have 2 here. And then we're going to go down. And just have 2 to trail off. This is like my typical thing. I always use this one. It just looks fine. But for like a very simple one anyway. Right, so if you grab some spruce wood slabs, we're just going to put one right here. Sorry guys, I'm coughing. Put one right here. I have 1 to each side. You can see I've got it on this coloured log, whatever we're going to have there. So it's just on the part there, so that when we put a piece of wall here, you can still see the top. Right on this side, we're going to actually move this forward and go 1, 2, 3. And on the other side, we're going to go backwards, so 1, 2, 3. So that's pushing the wind. That's where the wind's going. So that's what we're trying to do. Try to figure that out. Right, if I just clear this down, I'm going to grab whatever colour you want to do the striping in, and also just white. Don't have to do it stripy, it just looks a bit more interesting, I think. So yeah, that's why I did it. Right on the edge, we're just going to go 1, 1, and you can see I've just started on this down. 1, 1, go 4, 2, 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then move inwards. We're going to have a 2, and then we're going to have a 1, like this. Then we're just going to add an extra lot. So I'm going to do my simple sails first, and I'll show you how to do the more advanced sails. So it could look like this one, or better. Sometimes it comes out better. So we're just following this right here. We're just changing the stripes. So we've got 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and then 1. So we're just moving inwards again. So this is just following this beam. So, and then just these. Like that. And again, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and then 1, and then again, like this, and then do the same on the other bit right here. That will give you the simple sails. That's the simple sails. You don't have to do the more complicated ones if you don't want to. But now I'm going to go through the technique for actually doing them. So right here, I'd actually just take out these. You're just trying to round it off. It looks very square, so I'm actually going to knock that one back. This one right here, I'm actually going to knock back. That's what I've been doing with these ones to kind of like pinch it a bit. So there we go. Same here as well. And right, this one here I don't like. And that's actually made it look weird. Okay, we're going to put that one back in. We're going to move this one. And this is a weird technique, but it works. I don't really know how to explain it. I've never been able to explain this one. I've tried. I'm just trying to round off these edges, stop it from looking so straight and boring and everything. So we're just going to need to do this. There we go. You can see how it's starting to shape up now a little bit. Let's move this one forwards maybe. And nope. And this one I'm actually going to pinch in. So I'm going to push these back just by 1. Including this one. Yeah, why not? There we go. Try that. I'll leave that one there. Okay, that's got me some nice sails. So what we're going to do now is the end pieces. This always makes it look really nice and interesting shape. This one, I've got to do the top part on that one. Or at least the schematic. And this is my like earlier attempt, and that's the only schematic I've got. The one I've actually got on the server, and it's finished. It looks a lot nicer, like these extra bits. So what you need to do with sails, you get this really boring square thing. You need to actually have a cut this way, and to have a cut this way. You need to have a cut this way, and a cut this way. But we don't want to cut into this sail too much. We actually want to extend it with these end pieces. So I'm actually going to just bring this one back here, and then again I'm going to use the stripes. So I'm going to, have these like clear stripes here. I'm actually going to put one up there. So right here, I'm actually going to just do it from here, and go back, and then have this one right here like that. And this is something you just get a feel for rather than anything else. It doesn't really matter too much if you get it. And there's no real way to get it wrong. There's no right and there's no wrong way, which is not helpful for you guys. But yeah, there's no way to explain it. So there we go. We get some of these, and we look at that, and I go, "That is hideous." A block right there. But some of these you'll need to add in a couple extra blocks to make it look a little bit more rounded. So like here, we want to have more of a rounded bit here. So I'll actually add in an extra block down there. Whereas this bottom one here is actually okay. That gives us a little bit of a shape. A little bit. Not perfect. Maybe I'm actually going to knock that one down as well. So there we go. Now, in the middle here, we're just going to cut out this one and just cut out a couple more. Down the bottom, we're definitely going to do that. We're going to cut out these, and we're going to actually cut out an extra couple. So that's really big. And there we go. That makes it look really interesting. We might even cut out these. But that's, as you can see, we've kind of shaped it. It's not perfect. I actually think this one looks better, but we can change a couple of these to here. That looks better. So you can see how different, every time you do this technique on the sails, you can see that this one turned out completely different to this one. It really did. It's completely and utterly different, but that's always good. So there we go. That gives us this nice kind of big sail. I've also got this really forward-most one. And then we've got all this rigging type stuff to do, which is actually quite easy. I've used glass for this one to make it look very light. You could obviously use fence instead if you don't really like this. One thing that I seem to have forgotten on that one, but I've definitely got it on the other one, is just putting fence on these pieces, just to make it look like it's connected in. Just on that bottom piece. But anyway, let's get onto this front mast. Okay, and before we get onto the front sail, I actually almost forgot, because this is obviously a really old model of it. We're just going to put in trapdoors on these pieces. These are like the shields. Some of them did actually have the shields on, very much like the Vikings. but I just put them on top of those ones. It adds a little bit of detail. It's super simple, so just do this on both sides. Okay, and now for the forwardmost one. So with this one, it's a little bit different, as I had to actually move it to the side, as you can see. This one actually hits this piece, it actually moves, but the other ones I've got don't, because they're big enough. Anyway, right here, where we've got the joint, we're actually going to put one in there. That's where our starting one is. Again, you can use the dark if you haven't got this, but we're just going to go diagonal, going 1, and I'll be counting that one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which will just bring us to this point. And then going to go up but diagonal again, but this time on the side. So because the sails are going and pushing this way, it makes more sense to have this kind of pushed a bit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this one right here, we're actually going to switch out for that darker one. That makes sense. So we got that last one right there. Right on the top, we're actually going to go 1, and then 2, 3, and 4, and then have a fence on top of this one, and this one, like that. So just to make it look like it's getting thinner as you go up. Again, you can just use fence if you wanted to, just to weave your way up. And then if we grab our spruce wood slabs, just put them on here. One right up there, and then add one to each side. We're just going to have 2 going this way. So we've got 2 here. My mouse is still freaking out. 2 that way, and then going onto the back, we can have 2 going that way like that. Nice and simple. Then right here, we're just going to go down. We're going to have 1, 1, 2, and then go in with 1. It's very, very small. So we've just got this, and then again, just alternate. Just like we did before. And then follow this actual pattern. So we've got 1, 1, 2, 1. And then here. Just following that. Some nice simple sails. So we've got 2, 1, and then 1, 2, 1, 1. Gives us the very square ones. Again, I haven't actually cut out those. I don't know why, but oh well. Let's shape it then. So we want it to really look like it's been pushed. So I'm going to just pull this one forwards, which means pulling this one forwards, which means pulling this one forwards. And we're also going to have this one go forwards. And this one's going to be pushed back, because I said so. And this one is as well. Just going to have this one here, that can go there. This can go forwards then, and this one can go forwards. Bit weird, but that's fine. Maybe that one can actually go there instead. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. There's not really too much you can do with this, to be honest. It's one of those. So there we go, we'll just push that one there. There you go, that'll do. Something very simple, doesn't really matter too much, but again, just to get your tiny little bits here. We'll go for that there. We'll join that one like that. And this one going to have this one here. Down to here, like this, maybe. That looks weird. I'll just cut that off. So there we go. Here again, and I have this into there. So let's have a look at that. Missed one at the top. Yeah, of course I did. That's why you should always look every so often. Oh, I don't want fence. No. It's all going wrong. There we go, got 2 there. So if we go into the middle, we're just going to cut out 3 of these ones. And on the bottom, we're going to cut out 3 of them. So it's a really thin and it's straggly. Actually, I'm going to put those back. Maybe some of them back. Okay, put those back, and then we can thicken up underneath here instead, so that it gets that curve from the bottom. And this one needs one right here, to there maybe. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks absolutely fine. You don't need to worry too much about this one. It's not a major one, so that looks fine. That's actually fine. Yep, that's good. So you don't worry about it too much. See, this one's very simple. It's just got like a couple of the white bits off. This one's got bigger pieces coming off it, I guess. And again, grab your fence and put these. Well, that one's only got 1 there, but yeah, you can put them there. I guess you could put 1 there as well. So that's like a bit stretched, but that is it for the actual sails. We just need to do the rigging pieces, and that's it, I think. Yeah, so let's just do the rigging now. Okay, so for the sail-to-sail rigging, what we're going to do, right from this back piece here, we're just going to have 3 pieces of glass, and you can either use glass, you can use fence. I'm going to go with glass, so 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to move diagonally, because this one's off-center, of course, we're going to actually move diagonally and up. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 there, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to move up again. I'm just going to have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then move up again, we're going to have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to have a 1, which will connect in like that. So that's what we're going to have for that front piece. So it's just moving a little bit onto the side. It's not super strong, I guess. Not strong. It's not the right word. But anyway, on the back we're going to go from here. We're going to go 1, 1. Then we're going to have a 2, 1, 2. We're going to have a 1, then a 2. Then we're going to have a 1, and then 2, 2, and then a 1. There we go, and it should be on top of this. That's what we're trying to do. It's just the way that I did it. So go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Yeah, so anyway, let's do the next bit. What we're going to do is we're going to start tying off these ends. So we're going to go from, let's go for this one. So for the back piece, we're just going to go from here, and we're just going to make our way like that. And that's what we're going to do. And then on the other side, we can do the same. We're going to go for the same point from here, and we're just going to work our way up to, so maybe we do 2 like this. You know, don't be exact with it. With this back piece, we're going to tie this one off. And we're going to bring this across to maybe here. So there we go. Bring that up. And again, don't be exact. Don't be exact at all with this. Because we don't want to be exact. You want to make it look natural, and it's more of an organic type thing, this, so don't worry about it too much. There we go. So we've got this connected in. See how that kind of works. This I'd actually bring down a little bit. So it makes it look a bit more droopy. But there we go, that's that last one. You can see how detailed that actually looks without actually us doing anything. Very simple thing to do. So here what we're going to do is we're going to tie into this block. Let's tie into this block, so I'll go from here, go down, oh there we go, works into a diagonal. That's quite simple. Same again here, and I'll just tie this one, we're going to have to do a bit more, and we'll actually go down. There we go, just do something like that. It's kind of a bit different, that one. And this one we're going to tie up to some up here. Maybe this block here, but down like that. There we go, that works. And on the other side, well, we could go into this part here instead. So that's the good thing about using the glass. It's a little bit easier to tie everything into. So maybe do that instead, or something. Or what we can do is we can actually droop this so that it doesn't look like it's a bit weird. So we'll droop this a little bit, like that. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really cool. So there we go, we've just tied off those. So those bits are like natural bits, you just try and tie them off. If it doesn't look quite right, it doesn't look quite right. It doesn't really matter, you won't notice. I mean, look at the whole thing. But there we go, we got ourselves a Unireme, the first of my Roman, Greek, Egyptian-y style ships, because the Egyptians also use these type of ships. But they're very easy. You can also put another flag if you wanted to. You could put a flag on the front as well. I didn't because of the way that it goes forwards, but you could just do something like this. It's 3 blocks if you wanted to. Make it like a really small one. It's really up to you how you want to do it. Obviously the decoration-y part. If I should just jump back onto my server, I can show you that bit. It's working. Hope it's working. There we go. So this is all I did, so I'll just show you again. This one I went with yellow. You can see here the birch bits I was talking about. We've got the shields, which are in a certain biome in Conquest. If you've got connected textures like Optifine, if you've got Optifine, you'll see those. So we've got all of those bits. You can see the different tie off here, slightly different design. And yeah, that one actually, I actually did the exact same thing. That's weird. You can tell that I've got my own style. So I did put some little flag on there. There you go, and you can see the colour as well. I did definitely do those, but just putting in chests and things. Try to make this more of like a captain's post or commander or whatever they would have. I'm not really too sure who was in charge, but yeah, just putting nets and bits and pieces and bits and bobs. Had more of this on like the netting side for the ropes, and then down here like the food supplies and things and drink, and just like arrows, swords and hammers and things to repair the actual ship. But that's pretty much it for the tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this tutorial, make sure you comment, like and subscribe. If you want more, make sure you comment what you actually want to see. You know, what do you guys want to see? But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.